The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 149. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of outstanding women finding their inner journey to self-confidence 5 days a week. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com to check out amazing blog articles and our killer resources. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have a special lady on who's from my city of Toronto, Canada. She is the founder of the Avant-garde company, and she's here today to share her story on self-confidence, and I'm just, grateful to have her on. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Mahal Hudson. Mahal, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to our listeners.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here, and thank you, Sheena, for looking for me and inviting me to your podcast. So as Sheena has mentioned, I'm actually the founder of the Avant-garde company. It is a leadership education coaching firm here in Toronto, and we're hoping to do work globally as well. So it's really helping individuals to invoke the courage to take daring steps and live in their possibilities. So it's really a realm of helping individuals find their greatest potentials.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Mahal, what's your cultural background?
I'm a Filipino. So I've been here in Canada for 15 years now. So immigrated around 2001.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And, what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
It's funny that I'm not really a big fan of those quote or phrases that I can't remember what, but it's really in line more of not be defined of someone else's judgment.
I love that because, most of us are, we usually define ourselves by someone's perception of us, and we tend to forget it's just someone's perception. It's not, who you're supposed to be or who you're meant to be. I mean, if people like Oprah, followed what other people thought of her, I mean, she wouldn't be where she is today, right? Being a multi-billionaire, with all these companies, very successful, because she just believed in herself that she was going to be great. So I really like that definition, or not definition, like that quote that you align yourself with. And, in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
And thinking about really self-confidence, it's really about an expression of inner beauty. And it's about having the courage to stand up for your core values. And I just mentioned earlier, be living positively in the definition that we made for yourself and not by others' judgment.
Thank you so much. And, especially with Asian cultures, women are always pretty much bombarded by society to just, follow the crowd and, not make any noise. So I really like that you mentioned this, being able to live, a free life from your definition and not others. So thanks for sharing that. And Mahal, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
It's very interesting. And when my husband and I talked about, he always says that you're not the person that you were when I met you. And it's true, because I'm the person. Growing up, I felt like I always had this inferiority complex. That I remember when I was even in college already, that I don't want to go to parties because I feel like people won't like me, or going to look like stupid or not that beautiful or pretty enough. And it, not realizing as I matured in life that it's carried on how I interact with other people, and always very shy in initiating conversation. And just like what you said, in culturally, most Asian, I would say, female have that tendency that we need to be submissive and following others. And I really break away from that later on when I really discovered myself and what my confidence is all about.
Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame that so many people classify Asian women as being submissive when, it's not really us. That's not who we really are. It's just, society tells us to be that way. And, some women follow it, some people don't. And then we all get bulked into that notion that we're all supposed to be submissive. So I like to also break away from that notion. I want people to realize that Asian women are their own person. They're allowed to do whatever they want and be free to live whoever they want to be. So What was that point in your life when you realized, you were great, you had this power, you were able to, step into your self-confidence?
I think more consciously when I was here already in Canada, although like talking about confidence and having courage, like it's always inside me, and I think it's always inside all of us. I immigrated without knowing anyone here and no family, and I just like took it upon myself, like I want a different adventure in life and have that fulfillment. And when I'm continuing to look for more fulfillment, I just really found that I have so much to offer and I'm getting frustrated and I don't know how to do it. So when I get into my coaching program, like I said, consciously, I felt that power inside me. And I said like, wow, I am already enough. I have something in me. And I'm really breaking away all this notion about myself that I thought that I'm always here to please people. And I'm forgetting about what I have already and what I can really offer by just believing in myself in the first place.
Awesome. And I'm glad you're able to, start your coaching program and be able to realize your own true power. So, after, launching that and, your aha moment, what's your life like now?
It's amazing, I would say. Not amazing in a way that I don't have any problems or difficulties anymore. But I think there's a sense more of like, I have a choice. Like I have some choices. If I'm going to react that way or how people would tell me to do things, like, would this be aligning my core values and purpose? As soon as I have that, I already have my confidence or courage in me. And I think it's recognizing also there are moments that we can't always be confident. I think that's the fact and a reality. But somehow knowing that it's already a confidence in self and realizing that we can choose those moments in our life and moments also to say, you know what, I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to interact with anyone. I don't feel great right now. And realizing that at present moment we're choosing, and that's confidence.
I love it. And that's so true, right? Because a lot of people think confidence is always you being happy, being strong. And you know what? Yeah. There's gonna be days when you're weak, you're gonna have a bad day, you just want to stay at home and eat ice cream. And that's okay, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
It's fine. When you see that, you're like, you know what? Today's not a good day, right? But when you're aware of it and you realize that, you can also get over it a lot faster and, be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to just have a bad day. And then, the next day you can wake up and you're like, I feel a lot better. And, I think, people out there need to realize like, it's okay if you're feeling angry or feeling sad or, not having a good day, because it happens, right? And sometimes it's things we can't control. So I think the more we're aware of that, the more, like you said, you're right? The more confident we become. So thanks for sharing that. And Mahal, to the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be also in her own journey to self-confidence. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
One thing I would say, choose you. It's not about being selfish. I mean, as a person, as a being human, we have the tendency to always to help others. But always think about like, how could you do that if you can't really feel yourself with the love and the value you're putting to yourself first. And you can't really do that to others without you doing that to yourself. So recognize you, choose you first, and you're going to feel the love that you're giving to others and that you genuinely caring for that if you do that to yourself first.
I love it. Great advice, short and sweet, but very powerful, because, a lot of people out there are looking for that love in someone else when really it has to start with you, so it can have this ripple effect and actually attract the right person into your life or the right people into your life. So thanks for sharing that. And Mahal, if our listeners want to get to know a little bit more about you and what you do, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for asking. I'm in Facebook. You can find the Avant-garde Company or Mahal Hudson. Like Mahal is actually an English version of means love. So I'm all about love. I'm in Twitter as well at Mahal Hudson or the Avant-garde Coach. And I'm LinkedIn, so you can find it Mahal Hudson. And also in our website, avantgardecoach.ca or the avantgardecompany.com. And connect with us. I mean, we have so many blogs that really empower people. I'm talking about like the leadership. It will always start with self-leadership, able to move people and create impact. It only starts from us before we can do that to others.
I love it. Thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you want to connect with Mahal, you can also head on over to the taoofselfconfidence.com and search for Mahal's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I really just want to thank Mahal for taking the time to share her journey and story with us. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you so much for reaching out.
Not a problem. It was an honor to have you on. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll catch you later. Bye for now. Thank you for connecting with us on the Tao of Self-Confidence. Visit thetaoofselfconfidence.com for links to everything we chatted about, as well as killer resources, gifts, and so much more.